Apega, listen. Welcome to Imbizo. My name is Tabiso Davzangwana. I want to thank each and every one of you that has been watching. Don't forget to share our videos, spread the love, man, and subscribe as well if you haven't. Also, don't forget to check us out on the socials. It's at Imbizo ZA. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Cool. Today I've got my team with me. I'm never alone. Sanmonani afraid to. Okay, sure. We also have got a special guest, an interesting special guest who's going to tackle this interesting topic with us, Buli. So, what about? No, right. So the topic today, I came to a tail end of a conversation that Buli had, where he's going to take us through it, whereby he was basically talking about the concept of us black people. Not really, amongst that, he mentioned how we like shortcuts. We don't want to work for what we want. If we aspire to be someone or something, maybe I want to be Patrice Motsepe, who's this successful. I want to be Patrice Motsepe as he is now, the billionaire. But I don't want to go through what Patrice went through in order to be a billionaire. I found that very powerful and very, something that we can tackle. So, Buli, take us through that. And what made you say
that? Basically what made me say that is one of my friends, George, shared a status on his platform, knowing where he comes from and what he has achieved. So I commented on his post to say the funny thing is that most people will see him as what he is now. And they wouldn't understand the George who started working way back and worked for different companies and pushed. So what I was saying to him was that one of the biggest problems we have as black people, especially the young ones, is that when they look at you as Ubuli now, that's what they want. They want what you are here now. But if you try and teach them on how to get to where you are, they lose interest.
I think your network is cutting.
Oh yeah, they lose interest as quickly as possible, because I'll try and move around to get a better network. So what happens is that in that case, what I've realized with working in different companies and stuff is that people don't want to put in the work, especially abantu bethu and abantu bethu masesikhuluma iqiniso abafuni ufaka umsebenzi the way other nations do. They want to get instant success. That's why you see people have money now and they lose money, and things change because of we don't want to put in the work and understand. Because remember, for you to understand how a billion works, you need to start lapha 1 rand. Learn all the processes, how things work, and then that will give you you learn to respect money better, you learn to make better decisions, and you learn to be more responsible. Unlike for instance, like I said on the voice note that I've sent, was that when solving issues, especially issues that involve finances, I don't believe in giving you R1 million every now and then, because now I'm not solving the problem, because you always come back to me and want R1 million. I want to sit down with you and find out why is it you're in this position, and then we work through, because by the time I leave you with whatever the money that I give you, I've left you with knowledge and everything to make sure that
guys,
you don't fall back that way and try and do that. Is that people lose interest because that's not what they want. They want you to just give them money and then that's it. Live. They want you not to help them with information. They don't want information. They just want you to. What I say to you, Kehla, I need 100 grand. Kehla gives 100 grand. And even when you go to townships, you try and sit down to people and try and make them understand why they need to be more responsible and persistent and do things in a way that will make them better, you find that people are not interested, because I think we are taught, because if you go to a township, you look, we are taught that fast life, everything is fast. And part of the reasons, it might not take 30 minutes to solve this. It's a deeper, you need to go deeper. So hence I said, you need to go to the root cause of the problem.
Yeah.
It starts how we grow up. There is a gangster, there's people who influence people to show, okay, this is the lifestyle, this is how you do that. So people are so used to say, you know what, things are quick. So when you as Kehla come as one person who says, no, actually the correct way is this way, you are seen as like this person who's negative. And like I said, rich people cannot go to a township and give advice. Because remember, as a rich person, most rich people started poor. How they got there, they worked. So they have the knowledge. So, and people will say, Kehla Zenza no, thinks is better. But Kehla is better, honestly speaking, because he's in the position he's in because of the decisions he's made. So if you listen to Kehla and Kehla guides you and says, hey, this is how this is done and stuff, you are better off, because unlike Kehla Pimali, then what?
Yeah.
Because you don't have the knowledge to sustain. Because people think, you see soccer players, a lot of people lose money. I have friends who are soccer players, they lose money. When you sit down and talk to them to say, hey, chief, you now find out that these people don't have the basics of how life works, which is, like I said, tradition. It starts there, where you teach your kids the basics in life to say, this is what you must do, this is what you must do. So that when they get older, they know how to manage life and stuff. So we are taught instant gratification. That's what they mean. So we want things quick, and especially in Abantamnyam. Same as when you say to me, Buli, I need a job. I've helped a couple of friends of mine with jobs, and out of 10 people, I would say now 2 people are still in a job. Not because these are the people who really worked hard and said. So whenever someone says to me, I want a job, I always look at why they left their previous jobs. And then most of the time, 7 out of 10, the people who've left their jobs, they've left them because of they want quick things. It's not that the job is bad. It's not. It's just that, you know what, I just want to be like Tavis. I just want to be like this. And then I'm ukusebenza ngize ngifike la kule point le abakuyo. Ngifuna ukuthi je mina ngibe la manje 2020. When you look at how,
for me, what I find interesting, and actually one of these philosophers, I'm not sure about Aristotle and whatnot, these philosophy people, we actually teach a man, you give a man fish, you feed him one day. You teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And I think an example that I can use out of Lento Ishiluguti, most people that are successful when they try to impart knowledge and share with other people, most people say, no, where's Jela? You know, they're perceived, no, he thinks it's better. No, because he thinks it's easy and whatnot. There's a lot of, an example could be maybe a rich person who come and tell you, you know what, maybe take some of the money that you are spending on alcohol and channel some of it into this. Also, we are charged Jela because he's rich and whatnot. I mean, and there's a lot of examples like that. I just used the alcohol one because I don't know why I thought of that. But there's a lot of examples.
No, actually,
yeah.
It's right you touched on the alcohol issue. Because I think us as black people, if we put as much energy that we put on drinking and going to parties, I'm not saying going to parties is wrong, but the energy we put, the money we spend. I know someone who lives in a room here 700, but buys 4,000 rand alcohol. That person can move into a one bed, but no, they don't do that. They rather buy 4 grand worth of alcohol. So you understand what alcohol is part of the issue. Yeah. It's part of the problem. That we don't drink to indulge, to enjoy ourselves. We drink, we're basically abusive when it comes to alcohol. And there's certain things that
there are issues behind that abuse. There's something behind. And I mean, I'm of the opinion that a lot of people are hiding a lot of stuff that are going through to them, that they're going through in their lives through alcohol.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, our background, like I'm saying, our background is not solid. Like if you look at other nations, their backgrounds are solid in terms of tradition, religion, and stuff like that. You are taught this is this, this is that, this is that, this is that, this is that. So like I said, 30 minutes will not be enough for us to go in deep because there's a lot of things that, and everything is a chain. You understand? It doesn't go to money only. How people behave, if you sit down and you see, you'll see that, oh, that's why they're abusive, that's why they do this, that's why, it's because it's a chain. It was not taught at an early age. But alcohol is the biggest issue we have. People drink, they fight. Why?
For the wrong reasons.
For wrong reasons. But the one thing that I would say about us, if we want to move forward, I hear people saying, yeah, racism and stuff. Yeah, racism is there. Honestly, my opinion, it will never change. It will only multiply as we grow. But the thing is, how I look at it, people died in 1976 for me to have these opportunities I have. So when I get an opportunity, it is my duty to make sure that I use it to the fullest, to make it easier for my younger cousin, my next. You understand? So I must maximize. So when I get money, I need to change. A lot of people say, we don't have money. Yeah, we are born and bought their mom a house. And then that chain would have broken by them, by making right decisions. People are still on, one of the things I've noticed when working with people is that company, they steal from a company, right? And saying they're not getting paid, okay, right? This whatever, they steal, right? Remember, you agreed to say you're gonna work for that and stuff, and then the company goes down. The same people cry and say there's no jobs, but they're the same people who made sure that company that was helping them. Because remember, in life, if you feel good, you know what, I work for this A and B, ABC company, it's not giving me what I need. You can move if you have the skills and you've learned to be a hard worker. You can move to a next company and try and better yourself. Or within the same company, if you're smart enough, you work hard enough, you can be management. You can don't try, because one of the things our people do, they try to stay at the bottom and complain, what can we do?
Like, no action.
If I can take you in a journey of how I started working at Edgar's. I got there, I was a casual worker, getting paid. I was so good at selling phones that in 4 months when I was there, I was taken to stores, and I didn't know this, to train people on how to sell phones. Because when I was there, 60 phones were being sold. And then it continued. Then I started working for Capitec. Worked at the branch. I was so good at selling at the branch that even African Bank the branch next to us came and headhunted me and said, hey, we want you to come work for us because we see you are settling us for these loans at this branch, you understand? Then I went to another department. I didn't have skills about all these things I've done. It's stuff I just worked hard. Went to a department for sales. Went to areas where they said, there's no more accounts at this store. But I'll walk in there and I'll walk out with 30 accounts. And people are like, how do you do it? Because we've been sending people week in and week out. It's how you learn people's skills and hard work. And but you are a hard worker. So in all the departments I've worked, I've excelled, not because of anything else. It's because of hard work. I've worked hard. And the funny part is I've worked with people who complain in every space I've worked in. And that's when I realized, we black people, we like complaining. Even when you have an opportunity, you are in a better position. The reason I'll never complain, the life I live now, a lot of people wish they can have that life. So my journey in life is to help as many people as possible to move from the circumstances that they're in by just changing their psyche, how they think. Because remember, it all starts in the mind. So if your mind is not in the right place, because you need to change your mindset. And so if you change your mindset, you become a better person. That's what I can say. Because
true, man. I also think, Brabulu, as you're saying, Uchi, how we are raised as so I think our parents, they come from a place where they went through a lot of struggles and all. So now they wanna just give us stuff and say, Pasquili, Nike, easily. They just give because they didn't get stuff. They didn't have. So much they feel like they're obliged to mail things, everything they do ask for. And that kills us going forward because now we want things. So we lose that ability of hard work. But when you look at a family, I think let me say Amandi, when you go to the shops, a plaza, you find owner 5 is sweeping the floors. They from a young age, they are taught what is work ethic. So I think we have a responsibility to teach our future generation to get what is work ethic, what does it actually mean, what is to work hard. But it comes with the action. Abantu abana ukuthi do mele usebenze abayazi ukuthi bona umuntu mkawa umsebenzi ucabanga nje kuphela month end yakhona. That's umsebenzi kubo. Abazi ukuthi every single day ngiyasebenza and mangisebenza ngithola these rewards. So I think we are, as we say, we need to change our mindset into understanding what is actually it means by work ethic.
And you know, one of the you can go, Tabi.
No, I was just adding on to learn to catch the mindset is important and it's up to us in general the future. We need to mold the future generation because I don't know, maybe Buli, I don't know if I'm a parent yet, we are parents already. We need to instill that into our kids and build them and make sure they grow up with values of working hard and not just letting their lives be determined by complainer, waiting for handouts and that type of thing.
Yeah, and another thing, I think as much as we need to instill in our kids, but there's conversations we need to have as peers. And one of the reasons I don't have a lot of friends because I tell the truth all the time. Because if something is it's just nonsense, sorry for using that word, I say it as it is because I'm not here gonna sit now in Oketla and say, hey Tabiso, that is right when I can see it's wrong. I'll sit you down and say, listen, you cannot do that because of this and that and that. Because these are the conversations we need to have. We need to start telling the truth. When somebody is speaking something that's utter nonsense, we just need to just say, nope, that's not true. This is at least what you must do. Because part of the reasons the group settings we sit in, there's things that happen in those groups and we keep quiet. There will be 10 people and then 8 people who know that is wrong, whether it's work or anything, keep quiet. So we need to start telling the truth and we need to start reinvesting in people malokshin and stuff. But the thing is, if we do that as groups, we make them ready to receive the knowledge. Because you can be a teacher all you want. If the student doesn't want to listen to you, it's pointless. Because that's the issue we have, is that do they want to listen? Because you can go as Utabis and say, hey, I'm here to teach you how to make your lives better. Are they willing to listen? Because now we must not focus on the kids only, because these old ones, if we don't focus on them, they will mess it up for the kids. That's the problem with this chain, is that if Lomtala Gayen's a right decision, they will mess it up for those kids in the future.
Hey, Prabhu, let's just shower his cut, man. Thank you very much, man, for the insights and Yoba Usho, like you. No, there's a lot to think about actually, and I'm going to leave it to the rest of our audience as well. If you also have a topic and something that you want to come through on Imbizo and touch on, Paul, let's unpack it and give us and let's educate one another. Let's learn from each other. I think Buli was spot on with a lot of the stuff and gave us some valuable stuff we can learn from. And like you said, 30 minutes is not enough. We actually required 2 hours to unpack this.
Meeting in the village.
Yeah. But no, we'll touch on this. Imbizo is ongoing. You'll have him back another time to touch on another aspect of this thing. Please don't forget to follow us on social media. It's at Imbizo ZA. From me, that's it. Sharp Buffett. Peace.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.